Through the sole help of volunteers and the donations of individuals and corporate sponsors, the Red Cross serves over 4.4 million residents of Central California. Joining us today is Nicole Mull, the regional communicator for the Red Cross, and one of the volunteers, Sarah Brown Monroe, with Canine Freckles, to talk about the services they provide for the armed forces. Welcome, ladies.
Welcome.
We're so excited to have you guys here, and this is a very important thing. You guys help a ton of people. But we're talking mainly about the armed services right now.
Yeah, so when you think about the Red Cross, you usually think about disaster relief. Maybe you took a CPR class with us, but actually the heart of our mission comes in service to the armed forces. It started with Clara Barton, who was a nurse for during the Civil War, and she was helping active duty service members. And so everything we do now, it's really tied into providing help for active duty military members, their families, and even more importantly for those veterans who are coming back home.
That's amazing. I mean, how many people do you guys help?
Yeah, so in the last year we were able to touch with about 1,600 families. So those are just, kind of those units, but think of the individual people who they also touch their lives. And so when we think about veterans who are coming home from service, the military families who are coping with their loved ones being deployed, we can help with all of those things. Maybe it's an emergency communications they need to get across.
Absolutely.
Or they need to know how to be more resilient in life after the service. Red Cross helps with all of that.
Well, and you guys are huge volunteer based. What are some of the volunteers? I know you help out a lot. What do you guys do?
So Freckles is a Red Cross Canine Action Team therapy dog. We have over 263 visits. We serve our military and our veterans as well. So she goes on base. She goes to the veterans home and serves. And we go to any hospital if they request us to come and visit. We support our service members and our military and our veterans through that venue.
That's amazing.
And through the stand downs as well.
And it helps just to take your mind off of everything that happens. Just hang out with Freckles and get some time alone.
Yes, ma'am. Some good quality time, yes.
Yeah, and I think when you see a service canine like Freckles, she can really impact your life in a different way. And I think, when everybody thinks about life after the service, it's emotional. There's a lot of things that folks are dealing with, and those are the things that we want to help build resiliency for. And if it's something as simple as providing that moment where they can pet a friendly dog and make that connection, we can build upon that. We can really give them that time, and maybe they need additional services. It's really been a good bonding moment for us to meet with more veterans.
Absolutely. If anyone wanted to get some help or reach out to you guys, how would they go about doing that?
So we have the Red Cross has the Hero Care Center, which also has information and referral services. So you would call the Hero Care Center at 1-877-272-7337, and that's how you can get services.
Well, and you guys have some events coming up too that you've been talking about.
Yes. So it is local stand down season, and stand downs are for veterans. It is a time for them to stand down from their duties and receive rest and respite, and also look out and receive services. So our week-long here in Fresno, we have the week-long homeless veterans stand down the 3rd week of September. The veterans come in, the homeless veterans can come in, they stay multiple nights on site, and then we have services for them. We get them VA connected, get them connected to the homeless veterans service programs. We get them connected, we have optical, we have dental services for them during those few days that they're there. They get all new clothing, new gear. And like I said, most importantly, we connect them with the services at the VA so that they can gather their resources and get off the street.
That's amazing.
Yep.
I mean, all those make a huge difference in someone's life.
Yeah, and if you're looking at the screen right now, these volunteers, you'll see them in these really identifiable blue vests. And Red Cross is always so visible in what we do, but when you see someone wearing that blue vest, you know that they're here to help our folks serving in the armed forces, their family members, the ones they love and they care about. Life isn't easy, but we're in this together, and I think if you have a heart for service, maybe you've been impacted by the Red Cross being a service member, we need your help. We would love to have more volunteers, because more volunteers, we can reach more veterans, more service members throughout the Valley.
Absolutely. For anyone who wants to volunteer, if they're watching this, how can they do that?
Yeah, if you want to volunteer with our Service to the Armed Forces program, you can go to redcross.org/volunteer, or you can stop by our local chapter office here in Fresno.
As a volunteer at the Red Cross, is it do you put as many hours as you want in, or is there a certain amount, or how big is that?
It's as little as you want or as much as you want. We welcome volunteers throughout the year. Sometimes people have jobs, they can only come down to the stand down maybe once, but just having them down there and having that additional help as a volunteer, that bond where they're able to be of service to others, it makes a big difference. Others put in over 1,000 hours a year.
Wow.
And then we're on call too, 24/7 sometimes. So it just depends on what you're willing to serve, what your availability is. So
That's a great way to do it, though, because it can help pretty much everyone get in here or there at least at some point to help out.
Exactly. And 90% of everything that we do is run by volunteers. So if you can imagine it, folks like Sarah are giving up their time just to be here today to share the work that we're doing. And she's the one who's organizing so many of those things, recruiting volunteers, and it's all for the love of
our veterans and our military families.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Really quick again, if anyone wants to get in touch with you guys to help out, how can they contact y'all?
Definitely. If you would like to volunteer or learn more about our services for service to the armed forces, meaning if you're a veteran or you're in the military right now, military family, either visit our chapter office in Fresno or go to redcross.org.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for everything you do. It really makes a huge difference in our community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Freckles. You make a big difference, too.